And then also the one and only Karen Green. She is located out in Texas. So anybody that is located there, be sure to say hi to Texas, to our Texan, and connect with Karen. But let's go ahead and get started. So if you do have any questions, there is a Q&A section. Please go ahead and type any questions in the Q&A sections, not the chat, because that kind of goes fast and furiously. So we want to make sure that those guys can keep up with that. So the Q&A helps us to keep it concise and to see if there's any repetition of questions and all that good stuff. All right, so I am going to move swiftly along, and I'm going to turn off my camera here while I go through the rest of the session. So I'll see you in a short while. All right, so myself, Corey, the rest of the team, we represent Universal Parks and Resorts Vacations. This is the official travel company of Universal Orlando Resort and Universal Studios in Hollywood. So yes, we have parks all over the world, but these are the two domestically that we are currently covering. I'm not going to touch on it today, but we've got so much growth beyond the stuff I am going to talk about today. We are soon going to have a permanent year-round attraction of Halloween Horror Nights based out in Las Vegas. Also breaking ground is Universal Kids Resort, gonna be over in Frisco, Texas, so over in Karen's neck of the woods there. So lots of big developments coming here in the USA. Today's session, I'm going to mostly talk about all the Orlando stuff because, quite frankly, this is where it's at right now. But I do quickly want to talk about Universal Studios Hollywood. We do, as a company, service much more than Universal Studios as a destination there. We are a true tour operator. So if you have clients going over to LA, think about us for their all-encompassing vacation needs there. We have lots of partner hotels. We also have lots of sightseeing, of course, incorporating that day. Best day in LA, I might add, to Universal Studios Hollywood. Flights, you can book those as well. You just need to call our travel advisor support team to add any flights into your reservation. I will give you that number in a few slides down the road, so stay tuned. But quickly moving over to Universal Orlando Resort. This is going to be 21-25 is our year. We are expanding like never before, building the 4th theme park to add to our collection. What you're currently seeing on the screen is what we already have, which is a lot. You can see what are my eyes looking at here? There's so much crammed into this space. We currently have 3 awesome theme parks, 2 of which are dry parks, which are Universal Studios Florida, Universal Islands of Adventure, and Universal Volcano Bay being our wet water park. At the epicenter of those is City Walk. This is our day to night entertainment complex where your clients can enjoy anything from an escape room, movie theater. They can do some putt-putt golfing. They can dine at Vivo Italian Kitchen, Antojitos Mexican Grill. They can have a steak at Big Fire and beyond. There's loads of stuff to do there. That does not need a ticket to get into. And then you'll also see sprinkled in between, we currently have 8 very unique hotels with something for everyone, and very accessible. So you can see our destination. We've got a lot packed in there. Your clients can walk between many of our locations. We also have complimentary transportation via shuttle bus or water taxi at some of our participating hotels. So let's go ahead and delve into what is new, because I know that is what most of you are interested in today. What are we going to talk about? Here we go. What's new? So very quickly, not neglecting Universal Studios Hollywood, we are releasing a brand new product called Universal Fan Fest. This is already on sale. I do apologize. I hope you're not hearing my gardeners out back there who serendipitously decided that today was the day they were going to do my yard. Apologies for any background noise there. Universal Fan Fest nights, tickets are on sale in VATS, and they are commissionable to travel advisors. Select nights currently running from April 25th through May 18th. Hopefully, we'll be expanding it beyond these dates, but this is from the creators of Halloween Horror Nights. This is an all-new after-hours event, so it is a separately ticketed event. Brings fans into the best of sci-fi, fantasy, gaming, and anime, all in your favorite spot. Universal Studios Hollywood. Some of the IPs that guests can expect to see there would be Star Trek, Back to the Future, Dungeons and Dragons, One Piece, Jujutsu Kaisen, The Wizarding World of Harry Potter, and Super Nintendo World. This beautiful image that you're seeing here is actually one you can grab and use yourself. So if you go into the Universal Partner community, you can go ahead and grab this and post this to your Facebook group or your Instagram and hopefully generate some interest from those gaming enthusiasts and beyond. You can add those into any of the packages for Universal in LA. You can also go ahead and just book the tickets if that's all your clients are looking for. What else is new? So we are expanding. We're not just adding a fourth theme park. We are adding 3 brand new beautiful hotels. I'm going to dive into each of these very shortly, but this is how they stack up. So you may recall we recategorized our hotels to make it easier for you to understand which is the best one to position for your clients. So those in our signature collection, this is actually the most robust. We've got 5 hotels that sit here. Of course, these sit in our upper price point category, but they are the most robust in terms of service and offerings. These are going to be for your clients that are looking for that more luxurious stay. They want the concierge, they want the valet, they want the room service, they want those full service sit-down restaurants. These are the locations to your clients. Universal Helios Grand Hotel, Universal Portofino Bay Hotel, Hard Rock Hotel, Lowe's Royal Pacific Hotel, and Lowe's Sapphire Falls Resort. Next in our prime value category, this is kind of the sweet spot. It's a great mix between service, amenities, but also at a great attainable price point. We do scale back a few of the amenities, but again, that's reflected in that price point. Universal Aventura Hotel and the 2 new ones, including Universal Stella Nova Resort and Universal Terra Luna Resort. So here you're going to have those quick service dining options. You're not going to have that full service, restaurants. You're going to have, more of that quick service. Great for families, great for that more kind of accessibility. And then for those clients that need a little bit of extra space, they're looking for the suites, they're looking for the opportunity to cater for themselves with those little kitchenettes. This is our prime value inn and suites. There you'll find Universal Cabana Bay Beach Resort, Universal Dockside Inn and Suites, and Universal Surfside Inn and Suites, again at a really attainable price point. No matter where your guests are staying, they do benefit from all of these exclusive benefits, including early park admission. I will happily tell you, starting May 23rd, Universal Epic Universe will also include early park admission. It will be part of this benefit. This is where your guests get to arrive to the park up to an hour before the general admission opens, so they can get quickly onto those rides before the lines start to build up. They have the merchandise delivery, again, shop till you drop and have it all sent back to the hotel. Resort-wide charging privileges, that room key, you can use that throughout the entire resort to charge back to your room. I could get very dangerous with this if I'm just ripping out my room key and not my credit card. I'm going to shop till I drop, that's for sure. And then we do have complimentary Wi-Fi throughout our entire property, including the theme parks. And as I mentioned earlier, transportation. So you can easily get from all of the hotels to and from all the different parks, including Stella Nova, the newest hotel in our portfolio that is already connected via the shuttle bus over to the currently open North Campus. We will talk about that. A lot of questions we get since we did reconfigure the categories is, how does Express work? We had 3 hotels that have that Express. What happens going forward. I'm happy to say the 3 hotels that had this benefit still maintain this benefit. So guesting these 3 hotels do have unlimited express, Universal Express, which of course gets them into that shorter line where they can expect to wait no more than a third of the regular line. So well worth it. All the guests that are registered in the room do benefit from this. And even if your guests are just staying for one night, they get 2 days worth of express. If you're less familiar with our product, a day pass for express, you could expect to pay about $160. It is dynamic, so it can go upwards from that per person per day. So the value is enormous, and these 3 hotels do have that as a benefit for the existing campus, including Universal Studios Florida and Universal Islands of Adventure. Epic is not part of this benefit at this time. We do not have any yet as to how Express will work for that park. I know we have a lot of questions about that, so I do want to make sure we try to answer those as we go along. All right, so looking at the Signature Collection, our crown jewel of our property portfolio, for me sits the Universal Helios Grand Hotel. I am so excited. This opens on May 22nd, 2025. This coincides. I'm blanking out right now. What other word I'm thinking of here? This is consistent with the opening of the universe. Let's say that. What was the word, Karen?
Coincides.
That's the word. Thank you, guys. Sorry, my room picture has disappeared here, but this is a beautiful Mediterranean-inspired property. There's 500 rooms and suites, so there's a variety of room configurations, one of which I'm really excited to show here. If my computer wants to cooperate with me, oops, let me go back, is the How to Train Your Dragon suite. So these, if you're familiar with how our property currently works with some of the other hotels, kids suites are amazing. It's basically 2 separate rooms. So you've got one room that is for the adults to stay in, and then you've got this separate annex room that is fully themed. In this case, it's leaning into that world of How to Train Your Dragon. They get their own space, they get their own TV. Well worth it. Be advised, we only have 14 of these at Helios. So if you do see one, grab it, make benefit of that 24-hour hold that you can use for the suite category rooms. If your clients are undecided, they will go very quickly. Full service hotel, as I mentioned earlier, beautiful resort style pool. We will also have rooms with club lounge access, again limited in capacity, so we can make sure that guests that are enjoying this benefit are not, that have the best experience possible. There's also a beautiful rooftop bar, fantastic 3-meal restaurant, Flora Tavern, and this does have its own private entrance into Universal Epic Universe. Of course, you do need to have a separate ticket to go into the park, but in doing so, you can easily access it from this hotel, and you can book rooms with phenomenal views of the theme park. I cannot wait to see those. Sitting in the prime value category are these 2 gems, sister hotels, one of which is already open. I'm just seeing some chat here. Is everybody seeing the screen okay? I think it's okay. Okay, perfect. Thank you, guys. Stella Nova Resort. So this just opened a couple of weeks ago. Absolutely stunning. I was able to come into it finally last week after a very busy week. But it's futuristic, modern, very clean type of hotel. There's 750 rooms. This is a real life picture of what they look like. We have rooms that have pool views, and we actually have rooms on the other side of the hotel. They're not tagged as this, but you can see Epic in the distance and views of Helios Grand Hotel. So beautiful rooms, actually, from views from both sides. But they are of all of this same configuration. 56% of those will be adjoining if you have a little bit of space that you need to go ahead and spread out into. But here's some of the renderings. Beautiful resort style pool. I can tell you, you will not need to get out early to put your towel down to grab your spot. There's tons and tons of chairs over at the pool and lots of umbrellas, which is a bugbear of mine. There's tons of those so you can seek out some shade. Love the split style bathroom there, so multi-family members can be kind of getting ready at the same time. The Cosmos Cafe and Market, this is where you've got that quick service dining, multiple options throughout the day from breakfast, lunch, and dinner. There's a beautiful poolside bar and grill outside to grab a light bite and cocktails while you're chilling out by the pool. The sister property directly across the street is Terra Luna Resort, very similar to Stella Nova. This one opens March 25th, 2025. Again, absolutely stunning. I cannot even tell you, the images don't do it justice. Very similar to the sister property, slightly different coloring schemes, little bit of different scaping in the lobby areas, but still that same minimalistic, futuristic look and feel that you have over at Stella Nova. That property is already open, so if you want to go and pop in and visit, if you are local, you can go ahead and wander around and check it out. I highly recommend it. Now moving over into Epic, the hot topic, the thing we're all here for, right? We're living for this park. Just to give you a little bit of perspective where it lives. So it does live just a few miles south of our existing footprint. We do have a bus that's open forward, but once the park is fully open, we will have our own dedicated bus vehicles with electric vehicles going back and forth. So it's a quick 15-minute ride between the two campuses. Guests staying already at Stella Nova, that bus is already running for them, so they can still easily access the existing campus over here with all the fun stuff that we currently have on offer. Now, this is Universal Epic Universe opening May 22nd, 2025. 5 immersive worlds, 1 amazing theme park. Enter a universe of excitement that takes you to worlds beyond anything you've experienced before. The sun, the moon, the stars have aligned to create a truly transformational theme park with amazing portals taking you to 5 astonishing worlds. This is the most highly anticipated theme park. We have not opened a park. Actually, no one has opened a park in the USA in the last 25 years. The last people to do so was us. Actually, it was Islands of Adventure. And if you can think back, if you did come back then, the technology that we had and how mind-blowing it was, think about how much has transpired in 25 years, the technology that we now have access to. Yes, we are making history with this theme park. There's things you will not have seen or experienced ever before, but it's 750 acres of amazement. So sitting at the epicenter of this is Celestial Park. This is where you will walk among the stars. Comes from the brains of our creative minds of Universal, and this is really a larger-than-life entertainment district. So there'll be 5 lagoons actually throughout Celestial Park. They will have fountains. They will celebrate each of the worlds, and really fun fact, the fountains can reach heights of up to 135 feet in the air. This is almost as tall as Universal Helios Grand Hotel. Absolutely fun, just with the, just the lagoons there alone. We are back into theme park. Celestial Park will have a total of 26 different gardens, each featuring their own unique look and feel. They'll have their own areas that will pay homage to the different districts and the neighborhoods of the worlds that they are influenced by. Truly spectacular. We've seen nothing like this before. Also in Celestial Park, there'll be obviously its own signature rides, dining locations, they'll talk about that. There's going to be a huge kids area called Astronomica. This is going to be an interactive wet play area that also doubles as a huge compass, rose to the many wonders of Universal Epic Universe, featuring crystal blue mountains that spring to life and dance around the guests. We'll also have here the signature store for Super Nintendo World. We're going to have more than 5,000 unique pieces of stuff we can buy, right? So that resort-wide charging privilege, you're gonna really make this. So this year, there's 5,000 things we can buy. We're gonna go nuts here. Also, something that's a really cool tip, again, leaning into the technology and the fully immersive nature of everything, we're gonna have really that cosplay, right? We're leaning into with each of the worlds. We're going to have articles of clothing that will feature technology that when guests explore those various lands, their clothing will interact with the various areas of the world. Again, we've not done this before. We'll also feature in Celestial Park the two main signature sit-down full-service dining restaurants, one of which is called Atlantic. This is an undersea adventure looking like an enormous aquarium, Victorian aquarium. It's going to be that kind of full service with surf and turf. We're also going to, just going backwards, sorry, I just skipped ahead there really quickly. We're also going to have the Asian restaurant. Let me go here. The Blue Dragon Panay restaurant, where guests will be able to dine under ethereal lanterns. Again, these are going to be the two main signature sit-down restaurants. There's going to be some other dining, little kind of quick service locations sprinkled throughout. The Oak and Star Tavern, Pizza Moon, Moonship Chocolates, and Celestial Sweets will be featured there as well. Of course, rides, right? Stardust Races is going to be the signature of Celestial Park. It's going to be the biggest, fastest roller coaster within Epic Universe, and will have a minimum height requirement of 48 inches and maximum speeds of up to 62 miles an hour. Quick fun fact about this, the ride vehicles will have hundreds of pixel-controlled twinkle lights to create the illusion of leaving stardust behind as they race through the sky. So truly, truly magical. We'll also have Constellation Carousel, lions, dragons, and bears. Oh my, this is going to be great for the whole family. There's no height requirement on this. There's going to be these ride vehicles where each vehicle can go up and down, turn 360 degrees, lift riders 6 feet in the air. Again, no height requirement for that. Great for the entire family to have fun together. Again, lots of other fun technology stuff in there as well. And then moving over into Super Nintendo World. So, of course, when we opened this a couple of years ago at Hollywood, this tripled our attendance. So it's a very, very popular theme. This one in Orlando will be a little bit bigger because we will also have Donkey Kong Country. This just opened in Japan, actually. But here you'll experience a new way to play, from challenging Bowser on the Mario Kart ride to venturing through, as I said, Donkey Kong Adventure. We'll also feature those power-up bands. If your clients have been to Hollywood or Japan, they can bring their band here and it will still work here in Epic. But the power-up bands lets them interact with the whole world in itself without even riding on any rides. You can connect it to the apps. You can compete with friends and families and collect digital keys and points and stamps and all that fun stuff. There's going to be interactive key challenges. We'll also have the Toadstool Cafe. This is going to be kind of that quick service dining where kind of like, again, if you're familiar with our existing parks like Three Broomsticks, where you can do that mobile ordering ahead and then, you know, wait to be seated and then your food is brought to you just to make it a more seamless experience. But that is the signature location there. We'll also have the Bubbly Barrel, which is going to be where your clients can enjoy a cool treat, tropical drinks over in Donkey Kong Adventure. Of course, there's also going to be all the meet and greets in there with various characters. So in Super Nintendo World, we'll have 3 main ride options. So one of which, of course, the signature one is going to be Mario Kart Bowser's Challenge. We have this over in Hollywood and Japan. This truly is immersive because we've got the ride with the motion, but we've also got that headset where your clients are fully brought into feeling like they're riding that video game themselves whilst being on a track ride. This is great, again, for all family members to enjoy. And then moving over to Time Kart Madness. So this is a thrill ride. Minimum height requirement is going to be 40 inches on this. Again, using technology like we've never used before. This is where thrilling ride where guests will appear to jump across the gaps in the track and perform other eye-popping feats like they would as if they were in the Donkey Kong Country video game. So really cool ride. I cannot wait to ride this myself. For clients that are looking for that more family-friendly kind of easy ride, we have Yoshi's Adventure. So I don't have a slide on this, but Yoshi's is going to be family centric. It's going to be a slow moving ride. There'll be many characters as they'll weave their way through iconic landscapes. So 3 different ride elements there, again, along with the foods and the character meets and the power-up bands and all that interactive stuff. Again, you could spend a whole day in just that one area. The part I am looking forward to, I don't know why my logo isn't showing here, but this is Universal Epic Universe. I get shivers when I talk about this. This is where we truly give home and homage to all the characters that made Universal so famous back in the day. All those really cool, iconic monster movies. This is where they will coexist along with some new characters that, again, the minds of our creative people over at Universal have come up with. So here is where your guests will step foot into a new fictitious land called Darkmoor. Some fun facts here. We've actually sourced out over 417 trees. We've sourced all the ones that look weird and gnarly and twisted to carefully curate and place them throughout this this part. Again, it's all about that immersive nature. Got 60 feet oak trees to create a lot of shade as well to escape that Florida heat. We've got some ancient European olive trees that range from 75 to 90 years old. So we're going all in here. This is where technology meets nature. Also got over 130 real granite tombstones and obelisks and monuments and statues. Again, all to make you feel fully like this has been here for centuries, right? Truly. So let's take a look at some of the rides. Here we're going to have 2 signature rides. We're going to have 2 main dining locations and a forget the kids. The adults are going to be lining up for this, where they can have their monster makeover, their Darkmoor monster makeover, get their face painted like their favorite characters, and buy accessories to fully feel like they can bring their favorite character to life. But this, what we're seeing here, is Monsters Unchained. This is a ride featuring more than 15 animated figures. And actually, I'm going to let this video do the talking.
We lost the sound for some reason.
We wanted to make sure that we kept everything that was familiar, kept everything that was the essence of these monsters. But we wanted to take it to another level. These monsters are scary.
These animated figures are moving faster than any figures we have built, and we have so many of them. We have 14 animated figures across this ride floor.
And they are visceral, they are powerful, they are intense, and from a technical standpoint, they exceed beyond everyone's wildest expectations for what an animated figure can do.
Oof! Again, goosebumps, guys. If you don't have goosebumps, then I don't know what to say. This is absolutely amazing. Again, moving on to our next ride here. This is going to be Curse of the Werewolf. This is going to be a family spinning coaster, minimum height of 40 inches there. Ride time is going to be about 2.5 minutes, reaching speeds of up to 37 miles an hour. You're going to be watching out for all the werewolves there. Again, great one for the whole family to enjoy. Some of the dining options that you'll enjoy over at Dark Universe as well. We will have the Burning Blade Tavern. You'll be able to dine with Dracula and drink a beer over there. But I want to really talk about, again, the immersive nature. The blade that will be featured at the entrance of that tavern is going to spontaneously combust several times throughout the day, multiple times throughout the day. Now, you can only imagine what can set fire that many times throughout the day, right? They had to create a new material with aerospace to allow this material to set fire without disintegrating for years and years to come, right? So again, the detail that has gone into this. We'll also have Das Steakhouse, where you'll be served by familiar vampires of the vampire familiars will serve you your lunch and your beverages and all that stuff. Again, fully immersive. Again, lots of other shopping and treats. Carts will be spread out along the way, and maybe some jump scares, who knows, but it's a very, again, fun family experience as well, not to be confused with our Halloween Horror Nights experience. Your whole family can walk through there, of course. Now delving into the Ministry of Magic. So, of course, we have two other existing Wizarding World of Harry Potters. This is going to be the third installment. So, again, very different from what we already have. This is going to take you into 1920s Paris, but also from there to 1990s British Ministry. So, let's take a look over here. Again, very, very cool. Actually, I got to experience this myself and our travel industry sales team right before the holidays. We had the opportunity to do a hard hat tour of Epic, and I was dying inside. We only were able to see 2 worlds each, so we split into 2 areas, and I was able to see the Ministry of Magic and How to Train Your Dragon. Now, what was really cool, what they were telling me about this, and you can see it when you're in there, is if you've ever been over to Universal Studios and you've been into Diagon Alley, the tallest building in Diagon Alley is smaller than the smallest building over at Ministry of Magic. So the scale of everything that we have over at Epic is so much bigger. The idea, again, is that when you're in each world, that you're fully immersed in that world. You're not seeing any elements from the other worlds. You're truly there. And again, the scale of these buildings really runs into that. There will be multiple shopping locations. Of course, the windows, each one contains lots of different surprises for you to interact with. Another fun fact here is where you'll also be able to see the smallest and one of the largest animated figures ever developed by Universal Creative will live here. We'll have Café L'air de la Sirène, which will be a French cuisine restaurant. And actually, if you are purchasing the exclusive vacation package going from May 22nd onwards, this will be part of that breakfast inclusion along with the Leaky Cauldron and 3 broomsticks. So that will pull into this automatically as well. But let's take a look at some of the rides. So Harry Potter here will have, the main ride will be this one, the Battle of the Ministry. I could not even believe what my eyes were seeing when I came into this. It's actually one of the most beautiful things I've ever seen. These subway tiles, there's over 80,000 subway tiles here. The line itself feels like a ride because the wonders that it creates for your eyes is absolutely mesmerizing. And I will say, full disclosure, I am not even a Harry Potter nerd, right? I've never read the books, but I don't need to appreciate the work and the majesty gone into this ride. And I will tell you, this is the most technologically advanced ride that I think ever exists. It is a dark ride. It's going to have a minimum height requirement of 40 inches. It's going to be about 4.5 minutes of ride time. Again, truly, truly amazing. We got to ride it to see it, right? Again, the pictures don't do it justice. That'll also be an amazing show, Le Cirque Arcanus. This is where we're going to feature the magical creatures of the Fantastic Beasts. This is going to be about a 12-minute show with about a 4-minute pre-show. Fully spectacular, right in the middle of the world, set up like that tent. Fully stunning. And then, again, sorry, my computer has been glitching with me today, but this is How to Train Your Dragon, Isle of Berk. This is where a world of dragon-sized proportions awaits. It is the largest of all the worlds of Epic Universe. This one encompasses 15.5 acres with a total of 162,000 square feet of rockwork. Again, talking about the scale. If you look at the lagoon as you're going in, it's going to look like this. This straight from the movies itself. It's going to feature 2 40 feet tall Vikings set against an energetic Viking village. I mean, everything, the scale is of next level proportions. The main features of How to Train Your Dragon Isle of Berk, there's going to be 3 main ride elements. There's going to be a show. There's also going to be this Viking training camp for kids. It's going to be like this free play area, multi-level, 3 different stories with over 36 different kind of interactive play elements in there. So they can just run wild. Of course, there's going to be the character meet and greets. Dedicated area where they'll be able to meet Toothless. Also, they're going to be characters wandering throughout, so guests could spontaneously run into their favorite characters. One of the rides that we don't have a slide for, but I'm going to talk about, is Dragon Racers Rally. It's going to be a thrill ride. It's where your clients, the guests, visitors are going to feel like they're actually riding on a dragon themselves and up in the air and spinning in all types of directions. We do not have a ride of this type in any of our parks currently. Let's talk a little bit about some of the other rides. So Hiccup's Wing Gliders. This is going to be a kind of a family ride. It will have a minimum height requirement of 40 inches. It will reach speeds of up to 45 miles an hour, but it is going to be that fun kind of roller coaster experience. Fire Drill. This is going to be, you know, get wet or be prepared to, you know, get someone else wet. This is going to be, you can either kind of sink the opponent's boats by hitting all of these targets. Great way to cool down in the summer months, I might add. But it's going to be an attraction for all ages to enjoy. I will say with this one, if your little ones are handheld infants, they're really, really small infants, they will not be able to ride this ride. But beyond that, great for everybody else. Again, lots of different targets to hit there. Those cannons are going to shoot over 28 feet through the air, and there's going to be tons of different targets, over 114 for your clients to aim at. Again, I saw them working on this. It's next level. Let's talk about the tickets. As I said earlier, we don't have any new ticket information to share. So if you're already up to date with this, we don't have more products yet released. So currently, an access to Epic Universe is tied to a multi-day ticket, which features access to our existing theme parks. Currently, it's capped at a 1-day maximum visit to Epic on that ticket combination. We will have a phased approach with more tickets and products released before the park opens, but this is what we currently have. We do have base tickets, which means your clients pick one theme park per day and they stick to that theme park. But we also have park-to-park access, which means that your clients can visit various parks in a single day, and that just counts as 1 day of their ticket. What I will say is that Epic is currently not part of that park-to-park entitlement, because they're going to want to spend that whole day of Epic, right, in Epic. So park-to-park just applied to those existing parks right now. So to give you a quick overview, let's take a look at what this looks like. We have 5-day, 4-day, and 3-day ticket options to include a 1-day visit to Epic Universe. So the minimum ticket configuration you can buy right now is a 3-day ticket, which features 2 days at the existing parks, plus 1 separate day of Epic. The one I'm showing on the screen right now is a 5-day ticket. So I'll just quickly walk through this. This has a validity window of 8 days. So it doesn't mean consecutive, they have to go 5 consecutive days. They can take a little break in between if they'd like and enjoy the pool. But what this means, they can have a 3-day park-to-park ticket. That gives them 4 days to visit the 3 existing parks here. So they can go back and forth and visit as many parks as they want in a single day and just use one of their days. But they have 4 days in which to do that. Plus, then they have 1 separate day to visit Universal Epic Universe. That rounds out the 5 days total of days in the theme parks. There is a 2-part version of that, which drops them from Volcano Bay access, which I don't know why you want them to do. We are a full 3-part destination all year round. The volcano is heated all through the winter months. We're in February right now, and it's mid-80 degrees. It's absolutely stunning day to visit the water park today. But if you do that, that's a 2-day, 2-part ticket, gives them 4 days to visit these parks back and forth, plus that 1 day to visit Epic Universe. No, we do not have 1-day tickets to visit Epic right now. Will they be coming? Stay tuned, right? More tickets will be released at a later date. So stay tuned, but we don't have any information to share on that yet. We have base versions of those tickets that I just spoke about, which means they pick 1 single park per day and they stay in that park all day long. And then again, that 1 separate day to Epic. There's a 4-day ticket version that has a validity of 7 days. And then, as I said earlier, the minimum ticket combination you can buy currently is a 3-day ticket, which features 2 days at the existing parks, plus that 1 separate day at Epic Universe. If you are still a little bit confused, we do have a ticket builder you can access in the Universal Partner community. You can kind of plug in what your clients are looking to do, which parks they want to see, how many days that they're here for, and we will recommend the best ticket option for them. Don't forget, sales don't always fall in your lap. You want to make sure that your clients are starting to think about Epic, but not just think about it, that they're thinking about booking it with you, right? How will they do that? You got to make sure that you're promoting it and using all the tools that are available to you. The Universal Partner community is your one-stop shop for all of these resources, whether it's a flyer, whether it's an email campaign, whether it's images. All of this is in the Universal Partner community for you to access and use. We also have full hotel specification guides to help you learn more about those, all the room categories and the amenities, and lots of you can order there as well. So please do check that out. If you're not promoting it, you are truly, truly leaving money on the table. If you want more information about Epic, what we currently have is all loaded into VAX as well as our Universal Partner community. So this QR code takes you into our supplier showcase in VAX, where you can, again, read and spend a little bit more time learning about what is there. So with everything that I've just spoken about, you need to really start positioning Universal Orlando Resort truly, truly as a 2-7-night destination. All right, so we talked about Epic. Who wants to go to Epic? Who on this call wants a ticket to access Universal Epic Universe? This is your chance. We are giving all of our managed accounts. So if you are working with a business development manager or a business development representative, you qualify for this incentive by booking anything between January 9th, 2025 through April 30th, 2025. The booking and the travel window is the same. So you will notice this incentive is to help you generate sales before Epic opens, right? Epic is going to be an easy sell. We want to get you commissions. We want to make sure we get you money before Epic opens. This is the way to do it. So the booking window and the travel window is the same. If you sell $10,000 during that time, just $10,000, that's easy. That's a couple of packages. You are guaranteed to get a ticket for Universal Epic Universe that will be accessible for the year from when it opens, right? You'll be able to choose your day. Blackout dates will apply, of course. But this is your ticket, right? This is how you score a ticket to Epic Universe. I know we still get a lot of questions about how our partner perks will tie into Epic. We don't have any info on that. It's a brand new theme park. I doubt, again, this is unofficial. I really don't see us having travel advisor partner perks for the near future, but stay tuned, right? Stay tuned. As soon as we do, we will let you know. So don't wait for that. Use this incentive, get your ticket to Epic. All the sales count, whether it's for Universal Orlando Resort or Universal Studios Hollywood, if it's a vacation package, or if you're just booking the tickets, those count too. Those FanFest tickets, those count for this too. As long as it's booked and traveled before the dates on the window here. The only things that do not count would be room only, because that's booked through Lowe's, or groups. So if you're booking it, it has to be done through VAX, and you have to be booking it through us, Universal Parks and Resorts Vacations, as the supplier, or you can call into our travel advisor support team. They can make that reservation for you, and that still counts toward this incentive. Okay, so how are we going to get you towards that incentive? What do we have going on right now? Let's touch on that really quickly before we wrap up. We, of course, have Mardi Gras in session. This runs from February 1st through March 30th. This is included with guest admission already. They got their ticket. They don't have to pay anything extra to benefit from the nightly parade, the live concert series on select nights, the international cuisine carts, and the theme tribute store. This is all included for guests with that ticket to Universal Studios Florida. Look at the amazing lineup that we've got for the concert series. I'll tell you, I had some team members that were over last weekend, and they said it was popping. T-Pain was off the hook. Off the chain, I should have said there. But if you want to also give your clients that extra experience, beyond the ticket, we do have a premium product. Again, this is available to book in VAX. It's called the Mardi Gras Float Ride and Dine Experience. It includes a 3-course dinner at one of these delicious restaurants, so they get to choose which one they would like to dine in, but it gets them on the floats. These Mardi Gras inspired floats, they can throw those beads out and feel like a rock star. There's this whole pre-show area too, where they put on the costume and they are prepped on how to throw the beads out. There's not even enough time to throw all those trucks are fully loaded with, but truly great value and a really special way to extra memories for your clients and for you to create that little bit of extra commission. We also have our dining card promotional package. This is going to be ending very, very soon. Bookings end on still time to promote this. Again, great. I recommend promoting it to get those sales in for that Epic ticket incentive. Travel goes through April 10th, 2025, but truly best performing package that we've had. Your clients can get up to $1,000 dining card. So we've discounted the hotel piece, we've discounted the ticket piece so that we can offset that and give them a value dining card that they can use throughout pretty much the entire property. There's just a few locations that are excluded. To get that full $1,000, they do need to stay at one of these 3 Signature Collection hotels for 5 nights or more. But you can see that the dining card scales based on the property that they're staying in and the number of nights that they're staying. If you book 2 rooms, they get a dining card per room. This is not per booking, it's per room. There are, of course, a few terms and conditions. I do encourage you to read those in VAX because we don't have tons of time to do this today. Also, think about positioning Universal as a pre and post cruise for all of your guests that are traveling out of Port Canaveral. Again, we've created this special package for our US-based accounts. It's 1 to 3 nights. We've discounted the hotel stay, we've discounted a park ticket, and we've included private transfers either from Universal to Port Canaveral or from Port Canaveral to Universal. And there are other transfers that you can add in to supplement if you want to kind of customize it even further. But really great package. Again, we've got collaterals in the Universal partner community to help you promote all of these and get those sales in for that Epic ticket incentive. Talking about ticket only, we do have promotions running as well, buy two and a Florida resident version of that as well. Again, always make sure you're first positioning us as a 3-part destination. If you're newer to Universal and you're not quite sure about what I was talking about and all this ticket stuff, please do rely on our travel advisor call team. They are available to answer any questions. They can even make the book for you, and your commission is the same. So please give them a call at 800-224-3838. If you have military packages you'd like to book, they can take care of those for you there as well. And if you have, they will book that for you as well. Again, pretty much we pay commission on most of our products and services. We really value our travel advisor partnerships. There's just a couple of non-commissionable pieces, which again, we kind of try to steer you in different ways, product ways, to get better value for your clients. With those. But the Universal Partner Community is where all those resources are. Again, I spoke about that. If you're not using this tool, you're really doing yourself a disservice. This is where all that marketing material is, where you can complete your training and get more information about Epic and the existing theme parks. We have 2 tracks, an Orlando track and a Hollywood track, but that does unlock partner perks. You'll also get really cool certificate that you can post to your clients and let them know, hey, I am knowledgeable and educated and equipped to book your most amazing vacation at Universal Resorts. By completing the training, you will unlock 50% off up to 4 3-part 3-day tickets. This is currently for our existing campus. It does not include Epic. You can also save up to 45% at select hotels. You do need to have a valid IATA Clear True or ARC card to present at check-in. Again, the sales tools, they're all there. All the flyers, the toolkits, how to word us, what copy to use, what taglines to use, it's all out. And we have tons of images. If you've not been here yet, you can use ours and post them to promote the destination and generate those sales. Again, as a reminder, that is where you book us. You do need to make sure you're booking us and selecting Universal Parks and Resorts Vacations as the brand. If you're not booking it there, again, those revenues are not counting towards those incentives. And then you would select your specific package type that you would like to book. We do also have our own supplier showcase. In fact, I highly recommend that you do visit us there by selecting us from the reservations and brands. That's going to take you into our full environment where you'll be able to see more information about the various packages, read more about the tickets, see our telephone numbers, and all the various other resources and videos to help, again, with your education process and getting acquainted with our destination. And then finally, please, if you are not in this, please do register for access to our Travel Advisor Facebook group. It's TIS Advisors. That stands for Travel Industry Sales. This is the QR code. There's a couple of questions to answer. Please answer them, otherwise we will deny you. But if you're not in here, please do. We're actually getting ready to celebrate the 100-day countdown to the opening of Epic. This starts next week. We will be giving away 100 different prizes, all themed based on our new hotels, the different worlds of Epic, with some really, really cool prizes. We're not just talking about pens and keychains here. So to join in the festivities, join our Facebook group there to learn about how you can participate and win a prize to celebrate the countdown to Epic. You can also engage with our sales team, ask questions, and meet your fellow travel advisors who are also enthusiasts of Universal. So thank you so much today. I am going to just revert back to Karen and Corey to see if there's anything that I need to address verbally to the group before we close for the day.
Sounds good to me.
We're all set, so hopefully all of your questions were answered. Again, thank you so much for being here. We can't tell you how much we value your partnership. We truly, truly want to solidify, if we haven't already, that in 2025, because this is a year truly to have Universal on your radar if it is not already. So I commend you for taking the step to learn a little bit more today. Please do use all of those resources and your amazing travel industry sales team for any other questions that you might have. But thank you so much. It's Friday. Let's enjoy the weekend, and let's get those sales in, and let's get those tickets to Epic Universe. So again, thank you so much. I appreciate you, and I wish you the rest of the wonderful day that we have in store and a great weekend ahead. Take care.